Yesterday, Microsoft shared with us the details of games joining Xbox Game Pass for November, and today they made the announcement of the 4 titles you'll be getting for free as part of Games with Gold, and it's headlined by a big AAA blockbuster. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. I've played all 4 of these games, so I wanted to go over if these games are worthy of a download. And you know what? Quite frankly, this is a pretty decent month. And I love the little graphic they have when they show these things off. Intense competition with fast-paced fun, with $84.96 in value, 5,000 in gamer score. So essentially what you're getting here is 1 AAA blockbuster, 1 indie game, and 2 Xbox 360 AAA blockbusters. So essentially 3 AAA games, even though 2 of them are from the previous generation. Of course, these games aren't free. They're part of your subscription to Xbox Live Gold, which gives you multiplayer. So there is that to talk about. But it's headlined by Battlefield 1, which is available starting really tomorrow, November 1st. Usually you can download those things the day before. Normally goes for $40, and they are giving away this special thing right now where you can download the entire season pass for free, which has like 4 DLCs. So if you're planning on taking advantage of getting Battlefield 1 for free, do yourself a favor and download the season pass as well, because it comes with all the new maps and everything, and it makes it a little bit more enjoyable experience because you'll have everything to play on. Here's what the says about Battlefield 1. The highly acclaimed first-person shooter Battlefield 1 is coming to Games with Gold. Fight to survive in the adventure-filled single-player campaign, or join up to 64 players in epic multiplayer battles. Destructive environments, dynamic weather conditions, and vehicle-based combat in land, sea, and air are yours to experience as you dominate the battlefield. So unlike Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which came out earlier this month, Battlefield 1 launched a couple years ago and actually features a single-player campaign. That's right, if you're not interested in the multiplayer, that's perfectly fine. Battlefield 1 features a campaign that will probably last you a good 6 hours or so, and it's actually pretty good in my opinion. I have a review up for the game on my channel. It's one of the first games I reviewed when I started my YouTube channel. It's worth playing through the campaign by itself, and then of course you have the multiplayer, 64 people. I'm sure the multiplayer ranks will be swollen with people now. Swollen, an interesting word to use there, as a lot of people are going to be playing this game for free. Battlefield 5 launches in a month, so that is interesting that they're giving this game away for free right before Battlefield 5 hits. So Battlefield 1, in my opinion, great game. I loved it, worthy of your download, and this almost makes the entirety of Games with Gold worth it, in my opinion. This is a great game, and this is what people crave. This is what people ask for with Games with Gold. They always ask for AAA blockbusters, new AAA blockbusters. That's one of the common things I always hear in my comment section when Microsoft announces these things. Oh, they're just indie games, or they're just old games. We want new AAA blockbusters. Well, you got one. It's from EA. It's Battlefield 1. You can get all the DLC. It's got a campaign that's great, and it's got really awesome multiplayer from DICE. Now, the other Xbox One game you're getting is Race to Sun, normally $10. It's available from November 16th to December 15th, and it says, test your coordination and reflexes in Race to Sun. Inspired by arcade games of the past, short game sessions are mixed with nerve-wracking tension and pure fun as you hurdle your solar-powered craft at breakneck speeds in a race against time. The rules are simple. Don't crash, stay in the light, and don't slow down. Now, I have actually played this game. See, unlike most people when they talk about games with Golden Game Pass, they haven't played any of them, so they can't give their opinions on if they're worthy of downloading or playing the game. I've played Race to Sun. I have a review up on the channel. It's not a very good game, and quite frankly, if Microsoft used a different game in its place, this would probably be one of the better months for Games with Gold ever. But Race to Sun, it's a $10 indie. It's not very fun. It's kind of like one of those endless runners. You're your ship, and you just kind of go off in the distance, and you have to stay in the light because your ship is solar powered, and it's actually quite a tough game, but it's not a fun game. Some people might enjoy it, trying to, beat people's records and get as far as they can. But I think for most people, they're going to play this for a couple minutes and then be like, you know what, I'm going to go back to Battlefield 1 or I'm going to go back to Red Dead Redemption 2. This game kind of drags down Games with Gold for this month for me. But that's the games you're going to get on Xbox One. Xbox 360, it's a pretty decent lineup if you haven't played any of these games. First up, we have Assassin's Creed, normally $20. Available November 1st to the 15th, so probably sometime tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, on Thursday, you'll be able to download this. Plug yourself back into the Animus in the game that started the franchise in Assassin's Creed. Relive the adventures of your assassin ancestor Altair at the start of the centuries-long battle between the Assassins and the Templars over the mysterious artifact, the Apple of Eden. Yes, the game that started it all, Assassin's Creed. I just finished Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Look for a review tomorrow. Now, this Assassin's Creed game still is a lot of people's favorite Assassin's Creed, like their favorite one out of all of them. My favorite one of the old games, because Odyssey is really nothing like the new ones, or the old ones, is Assassin's Creed 2. It's kind of an open world adventure where you play as Altair and your job is to hunt down and eliminate your targets. And you have this beautifully constructed open world for you to go through, and you have to hunt your targets like cougar or something, plan the attack out. It's pretty interesting, and it was a huge, massive success when it launched all the way back in 2007, I think it was, or 2006. I'm not exactly sure of the year, but it was pretty close to the beginning of the generation, and it spawned this huge franchise. Not my favorite Assassin's Creed. I never really cared for Altair. I didn't care for the first game. There was potential there, and clearly they realized that potential with the later Assassin's Creed games. But it's still a really good title, in my opinion. Now, the other game that's part of the Games with Gold is Dante's Inferno, which normally goes for $15. You can get it November 16th to November 30th. And it says, begin your epic quest of vengeance and redemption in Dante's Inferno, based on the classic poem, rescue the soul of your beloved Beatrice from the 9 circles of hell in this fast-paced action title. To succeed, you'll need to confront fierce monsters, hideous demons, and your own personal sins. Now, this game is a great addition to Games with Gold. More people are going to experience what I thought was a hidden gem on the 360. It plays like a hack and slash game a la Devil May Cry, and it is actually really cool to go down into the depths of hell and fight these levels, these well-constructed levels of like sloth and envy and all of like the 7 deadly sins. Not a lot of people played this game. There wasn't a sequel, which is disappointing because I wanted to see where they take the story, but it's a fun game. The combat's really cool. The story is pretty interesting. It's just that not a lot of people got a chance to experience it. And now more people will, with it being back compat and now given away for free. So I really recommend you check out Dante's Inferno. So 4 games this month, one of them being a blockbuster that's only a couple years old, 2 AAA blockbusters from the 360, and a small indie title that kind of drags down the experience. I recommend downloading Battlefield 1, playing through the campaign, and seeing how DICE made what I think is the best campaign in the Battlefield series, and then take it online to, check out the destruction. And on the 360 side, check out Dante's Inferno. It's a hidden gem. Not a lot of people played it, but I think it's worthy of a download and a playthrough. Assassin's Creed, well, I'm not a fan of that game, but a lot of people are. And I would avoid Race to the Sun. And I'm kind of interested in seeing what Microsoft is going to give us next month, because honestly, I thought this November, Games with Gold was going to be lackluster, as Microsoft normally wants like people buying those AAA games that come out. But since Call of Duty moved to October and Red Dead was October, maybe that changed the thought process. And I really am thinking about why Battlefield 1 is given away for free this month. During the month Battlefield 5 is coming out, because you give people Battlefield 1, they may not need to buy Battlefield 5. They may think to themselves, I have my campaign, I have my multiplayer that I haven't played, I'm going to put 100 hours into. Why do I need to play Battlefield 5? It's interesting things to think about, but that is the video, guys. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments section below. Are any of these games interesting to you? Are you going to download any of them? What would be your recommendations for people? Post them in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Hit that like button, which is a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Share this out on Twitter and social media with a buddy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.